Hey, what is up YouTube, Angry Eradicate here. Today we have another 1v1 team. This team, if you guys couldn't tell, is not a very serious team. This team is definitely for the trolls and the lulz. As you can see here, let's go to the resource page. D rank is the lowest tier they go down ranking wise. I just chose 3 Pokemon that I thought can kind of like, troll some things on the metagame. We ended up choosing Mega Alakazam, Slaking, and Smeargle. For this video, I won't be going over too much of how many things they can beat in the metagame, mostly because they lose to most things. It's a lot better to just show you in battle, I think. So we'll go over the set details, obviously, and a few other niche uses you can like switch between. Was this not actually on Magic Card? I don't know why it was spaced like that. That was weird. But we'll go over each person's set, maybe a few things they can run differently, what they beat, like a few options you control, and we'll go over some videos, and that shows it a bit better than just discussing in here. But first off, we have Mega Alakazam here, obviously Alakazamite. I run Magic Guard first form just in case. You can run like Inner Focus if you want to like, you already beat Mega Lopunny anyway since you're just faster than it at base 150. But if you want to be really troll and turn 1 you think they're going for the fake out, you can just stay in the Inner Focus and you won't flinch. However, Magic Guard can be kind of nice if you think they're just going to rely on toxic damage to kill you. And Trace obviously does help sometimes. It's not always the most helpful thing based on your set, but it can rarely help. I never really had it help though, which is kind of the issue. Prankster can be nice. Protect, Disable, Encore, Dazzling Gleam. The only thing you're really going to switch here is Dazzling Gleam. You can go for Psychic if you really want to. I just think Dazzling Gleam is a better option overall. It's annoying when you deal with Dark types, you can't hurt them and then they can still kill you through somehow sometimes. So that's kind of annoying. You can run Substitute as well if you're really worried about Z moves. That's another option you can do, but then you can't run Protect, which is usually the more viable option. Disable Encore, for those of you who don't know, basically turn 1 you're going to Protect. They're going to go for a move. Turn 2, you disable it, hoping they don't go for a different move. If they do, you Encore them, and then you disable next turn. So let's say someone has like a Stonequake combo, and turn 1 they go for the Earthquake when you Protect. Next turn they can be smart, and then go for the Stone Edge, and then you'll disable the Stone Edge instead, so they get one last chance to get a hit off, instead of you getting to go for that. So sometimes that can be annoying. They can kill you in a turn, but you can still win. For investment, there's no point in going special attack unless you want a certain damage calc. You still hit 387. You only have 1 damaging move. I went full HP and speed. He does actually tank a few things with how good his special defense is. It's base 105. Even on invested, that's going to be enough to tank a few special hits. Like one from like a bunch of different things, not like multiple. Next, we have Smeargle. I don't think he's as good as people think he is. Like, a lot of people get really annoyed by him, and he is kind of like a niche user. I mean, all these things are niche. They're D tier for a reason. But we run Salac Berry. I don't know why they keep doing these weird spacings on our thing. It's annoying me. It's my OCD, I think it is. Yeah, I don't really have it, but, memes. Own Tempo is obviously your best option here. Moody's not available. If you could run Moody, obviously run that. That can be really troll. Spore, Imprison, Transform, and Endure. Endure, that's why I run the Salac Berry. Some people will go for Protect and or like Bright Powder on it just to try to troll or like Substitute. But your main goal is to Imprison, or Spore, Imprison, then Transform. Basically, you try to put them to sleep. Next turn you Imprison, then you Transform. Then they can't do anything to you. And as long as your Spore lasts 2 turns, as long as they don't wake up after just 1, you can automatically win then. And there's nothing they can really do. Sometimes I've had run into the problem where I run out of damaging moves to kill them. If you just can't kill them quick enough, that's kind of an issue, and you will lose because of that. Again, for him, there's no point in running an attack investment. You might as well run speed and HP, because once you transform, you'll have their stats besides the HP. So you might as well run full HP investment. You want to be as fast as possible to get your speed damage, get your spores off. And last but kind of least, I don't like him as much compared to the other two. We have Slaking. Again, it's weird, all these. What is wrong with this? Why is it? And they make the move go away. I'm gonna leave it because I'm not using this team again after this. But obviously they run Truant. He doesn't get another ability. But look at those stats: 150 HP, 160 attack, 100 defense, 100 speed. His special defense is kind of low, so that kind of sucks. But it's not the end of the world, really. You'll still usually tank a hit with how much HP you have. But we run Choice Band here, obviously, because you're going to hopefully finish the fight in 1 turn, if not on the 3rd turn. And because turn 2, the even turns, you're pathetic. It's kind of annoying when you fight things that have like flinch or like Protect, because then you automatically lose then. But it's not the end of the world, I guess. He can beat things that don't have Protect or flinching options. Fire Punch, Gunk Shot, Ice Punch. He has other options. You can go for the Focus Punch. It's kind of troll to do, but it can work. You can go for Facade if you're worried about getting like burned or something like that. It's going to do a lot of damage then. Anything else? Home Claws, obviously you can't run that on Choice Band. You can run a different set though. He gets Play Rough, gets Power Up Punch, Rock Slide, Shadow Claw, some other options if you want like a niche use. If you're not running Choice Band, you can run Taunt. He's pretty fast to get it off, and Thunder Punch if you want it for like Gyarados if you think they will Mega Evolve turn 1. The thing against Gyarados, though, which is pretty nice, is if you have Focus Punch, you can one-shot if they Mega Evolve and they go for Dragon Dance turn 1, which they can sometimes do, and then that gets people really mad apparently. But again, this team, it struggles pretty bad against stuff like Kieran Black. Alakazam can beat it, but then obviously Smeargle is going to lose to it as well. Actually, I mean, yeah, Smeargle will lose to it, it's not fast enough. And Slaking does okay against it. I mean, Giga Impact probably one-shots. I think I did the damage calcs for it. Unless they're super bulky, you'll one-shot them. But if they're super bulky set, then you won't be able to one-shot them, and they can two-shot you. Alakazam beats that. However, Gyarados does give this team problems. It's usually able to you need to be careful with Alakazam, because if you protect turn 1 and it Dragon Dances, it can end up getting faster than you and just one-shot you after it gets out of the Disable Encore. I don't think you can kill it. I don't think it'll kill itself in time. I'm not really 100% sure there. You need to be careful with it at least. Smeargle's going to lose to it. I mean, actually, Smeargle can kind of beat it, because I don't think it one-shots you. Actually, it probably would if it goes right for the Waterfall. You have really pathetic defense and HP. But if you go for the Endure and get the Salac Berry boost, you can. But if they Dragon Dance turn 1, you lose them because of that. But Slaking kind of loses to it with the Intimidate drop, and then he can kill you in 2 turns. Other things like Charizard X and Metagross, you'll see in the fights. Let's just go into those. Alright guys, for the battles here, our first one against Agent Zero. The first few fights, you'll see me use each of the different things in battle to kind of show you how it works. So when I saw these guys' team here, I thought any of my options really could beat any individual thing. Nothing can beat all of them. Like for Mega Gyarados, Smeargle kind of beats that pretty easily. It does kind of lose to the Tapu Koko, because even after the speed boost, you're usually not fast enough to actually. I think you'd be fast enough, so I think that's kind of why I thought Smeargle would win. He does kind of lose to like subbing Charizard X's, but Slaking kind of beats Charizard X and Tapu Koko, but loses to Gyarados. And I thought Alakazam did it too. I thought he would go Gyarados. That's why I ended up going Smeargle here, because it's the only thing I could really beat Gyarados is that, and I didn't think he would predict to beat my Smeargle, which he doesn't. I'm actually fast here with Spore and goes for. I'm fast in the Mega Gyarados here. I don't think he's max speed. We imprison him. And then next turn we use to transform, and now he loses. He wakes up, not that it matters, because he wakes up next turn. Not that it matters, because he's just able to struggle us down, and or he's tries to struggle, and it does almost as much. But since we can hit with Earthquake as well, we're obviously gonna take him out a lot quicker before he takes us out. And that's the first fight out of the way. Easy win there for Smeargle. Kind of it shows how to win with him. Next fight here against JBKR. For this fight here, Alakazam, I wasn't too worried about anything besides maybe the Lycanroc, but I thought he wouldn't go it probably, because my other 2 things kind of beat it. Slaking can just Earthquake turn 1, and Smeargle can probably just Endure and then Spore turn 2. Superior, Alakazam can obviously, you can usually beat. That's what I was most worried about. He ends up actually choosing Superior here, but I thought if it was a subset, it would be able to beat my, or like anything, because most run sub at this point. I thought it would beat Slaking with that, and it can beat Smeargle by subbing too. But luckily he goes for the Leaf Storm again here, which is kind of dumb on his part. He should definitely switch to like Leech or something else. He ends up forfeiting because he knew he lost at that point. But once you have Disable Encore up, again, they have to go for struggle against you, and you can just beat them down quick, and then they can kill you. And you can just maintain Disable and Encore, because they won't both go out in the same turn. Alright, for our third fight here against JKLKJHGFFYTY. He has a Fire-type 1v1 Mono-type team. Kind of weird to see. But I thought, okay, Slaking here can pretty much just beat all 3 of them. He won't die in 1 hit to any of them, and can easily 1 hit, or, you know, I think he can 1 hit any of these things, to be honest. Giga Impact will actually do more damage than Earthquake. You're almost always just going to hit Giga Impact, because stab base 150 is going to do more than super effective base 100. Ends up hitting right, I think, base 225 instead of base 200, so it will do a bit more damage. If you don't want to risk the miss, you can obviously go for that, but since you're Truant turn 2, don't worry about, like, obviously, you know, not being able to hit next turn. Alright, for a fight against here, Jirachi Aurelia, he has a Tapu Koko, or she has a Tapu Koko, Mega Metagross, and a Mega Lopunny. It was kind of a toss-up one I want to go for here. Like, Alakazam loses to Mega Metagross pretty much, since it has Bullet Punch. Or it should have Bullet Punch if they're not, they're pretty bad. Loses to Tapu Koko as well, but does beat the Lopunny, which my other 2 things lose against. I thought maybe he'd go Lopunny, we can go Alakazam. He ends up going Tapu Koko, so that's a loss. Against Tapu Koko, I'm not sure if Slaking would tank the Gigavolt Havoc. This one actually is special. If it was like the usual physical set, I could see it tanking a hit and then one-shotting with Giga Impact. Smeargle would probably lose to it as well, unless you endured. So I think you would probably be faster afterwards. But doesn't Electric Train? I think Electric Train prevents like sleeping and stuff, so maybe it wouldn't work. What is Electric Train's effect? Hang on, let me look that up. I'm sorry, guys, I'm blanking on this here. Can you just tell me what it... Can you just tell me what it does? Like, I have to actually look through this. Come on. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank here. It's gonna take forever to load. Our Wi-Fi here is terrible. We'll get back to that. Believe we were on this fight, Slarshi? Yeah. So against Slarshi here, I thought Alakazam was the real choice. I know this is why I switched out for Dazzling Gleam instead of Psychic, because it still beats Mega Lopunny, and it also now beats stupid little Alakazam. He usually beats stupid Sableye there. And Mega Mawile, I was convinced I could out-predict him on that. So there's no point in going anybody else, since the Sableye was just a Confused Will-O-Wisp set, and it kind of beat my other two things. I protect the Confuse right here, just turn 1 just to see what he's going to go for. He said GG in the chat, but we ended up getting lucky enough to not hurt ourselves in Confusion a bazillion times. He recovers here, we got Confusion ends, sorry, my bad. Dazzling Gleam back on the 9% here. He goes for Confuse Ray again, and luckily enough, we don't get hurt in Confusion. And finish him off. He ends up saying that's OP. I'm like, well, sorry, but that's what happens when you rely on stupid hacks like that. People who rely on sleep hacks and that to win. I mean, obviously I'm trolling with this team, so I kind of rely a little bit on like Smeargle's sleep hacks. When people get mad about losing because they don't get their hacks off, it's kind of annoying. Did this load? Description or fact? Yeah, fact. Couldn't just say this before. Yeah, it prevents effective Pokemon from being affected by sleep or yawn. That's what I thought. So okay, Smeargle can't beat Tapu Koko then. It just loses to it. Alright, here against Diamax. This fight was kind of annoying. I was like, okay, I'm not sure what he's going to go for. I think this is a heartbreaking loss. This is the next one, right? Yeah, my bad. I thought Charizard X, or his Charizard Y, which it ends up being. I thought it was a Charizard X. But I think I ended up going Smeargle here. I thought, okay, I can Spore Snorlax turn 1. I can Spore that Shuckle turn 1. I was kind of worried about Charizard. But he ends up Mega Evolving. He's not max speed, because we end up going first and Sporing him. He ends up waking up too early though, because we do Imprison here, and he wakes up turn 1. He only goes to sleep for 1 turn, so we got a little unlucky there. Soybean doesn't kill, however, he'll be able to struggle kill us. I should have Spored, to be honest, but to make myself have a chance of winning, because he did have Thunder Punch on it. I might have been able to 2-shot him, and hope he just doesn't wake up in time, but based on how the fight went earlier, I think he would have won anyway, based on how he woke up after turn 1. Alright, for our last fight here against ASWS, Oswis. He has a Mega Diancie, which I don't think is a very good Pokemon for this. Ferrothorn, again, I don't think it's very good. And Linoone. So this guy probably isn't very good. But anyway, Slaking kind of just beats all 3. Fire Punch on Ferrothorn. Earthquake against Mega Diancie. It has Protect, though. It would have been able to win. But I can't beat it with Smeargle or Alakazam anyway. Diancie kind of counters his team with Magic Bounce and Protect. He goes for Linoone, thankfully, so we go for Slaking, and we're able to Giga Impact. That crit obviously doesn't matter. He would have wanted to, you know, belly jump up anyway, and he ends up dying. Those are all the fights I had for you guys in this video. Let me know what you think of this team. I seen that Fire-type Mono-type team. Let's look at that real quick. I forget which one that is. Here it is. I could maybe do some type 1v1 teams, like, you know, make a Flying-type team or an Electric-type team. Let me know if you guys want to see that later on. More troll teams. I'm liking these troll teams. This team's not bad. You saw me beat a lot of people. Obviously, they use people in like the 12 to 1300 range. But hang on, I have to show you guys something. On the ladder. I was top 10 last night, and I'll see if I'm still there. I'm 10th now because someone else won a fight. But look at that. That is beautiful. 10th place right now. Not with this team for sure. Not with this team. Like my Met team, like my the Mega Metagross, Mega Lopunny, Tapu Koko team, I think it is. Or no, Charizard X, my bad. Yeah, Mega Gyarados, Mega Lopunny, Mega Charizard X. It's such a good team. I pushed with that team. I'm up above 1600 right now, so go check out that video. I'll leave it in the description down below because you guys should definitely try this team out. Come join me up here in top 10. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching these videos. As always, we hope to see you in the next one. Peace out.